Hello, friends, and welcome to Artifact Adventure, Episode 9. When we last left off, we had arrived at this village, lost to the Knight Captain, already lost to the Hell Beast as well. But somebody in this town, you might recall, had mentioned he was an inventor, needed some glowstone, and suggested that it was in the cave, the first dungeon, all the way back to the first dungeon. It feels like we can't get away from this place. This place, you know, it seems so innocent, and yet within it holds so many secrets, including perhaps the most important one, the Death's Pact key item artifact. That guy's still there. He's still dead. We've explored, 3 continents now. Nobody's come to collect that body. It's just sitting there. It's not even decaying. Figure that one out. The body's still there. It's still fresh. Anyway, down here, he mentions the lava, and sure enough, I don't even know if I probably could have found that item the first time through if I had managed to walk on that platform and hit the A button. But anyway, we collected that. Already 1 minute in, quest complete. Let's go collect our reward. Hand over the glowstone. Your mother raised you well. Take this. Drill obtained, as well as 2,200 experience. He says you can dig through anything with the drill, or you could just sell it. And then he drops a little hint saying that it's not an item that can be easily reproduced. To me, that tells you there's one in the game. And I clear out my inventory a little bit here, and sure enough, $25,000 for that. So unbelievably expensive. And now, I'm exploring the town a little bit more. There's something more to this town. Specifically that guy. The, well, what is it guy. He's got the scoundrel look. The warehouse keys here are 15k. And 3 artifacts. The silencing artifact, the exploding artifact, and the berserker's rage artifact. Probably the silencing one is either a effect that you get on whatever character takes it that stops you from becoming silent, a passive effect, or perhaps it's an actual spell. So, not sure yet. Not sure. I didn't end up picking it up. It's 15k. I'm not going to be able to afford that. The middle one, the explosion, looks cool. Probably just a level 2 explosion. Now I come up here because the girl mentioned that there's a hidden path to get in here. And I think it's got to be around here somewhere. And I search and I search and I can't find it. At this point, I still haven't found it. So let me know if you know. Although I am a couple days ahead, so perhaps by the time you know, I'll have already figured it out. I come back here thinking maybe it's back here. And there's a village. Someone in the town had mentioned that the swamp had overtaken their village, but left one spot unscathed. Sure enough, there's the spot, unscathed. Da-da-da-da! Artifact. I bet you can guess what this one does. Oh, that's right. It's Poison Barrier! Very important artifact, especially since you're going to fight the Swamp King, who's surrounded himself with this poisony marsh. I decide not to give it to Healy. I'm thinking about giving it to Healy there, and I end up giving it to the Shaman instead. Really smart choice because it takes some MP to cast. And Healy was out of MP. And also, Healy's MP is always on the down low. He's always running out because that heal spell is so expensive and does so little. After casting the spell, you can walk on the barrier for a random amount of time. But I will tell you, it's a pretty long time. The first time I cast it, I explore a ton of area. The second time I cast it, it still is working strong. I think the third time I cast it, it only lasts like 15 or, not 15, maybe like 30 steps. So it does have a variable length of time. Also of note, down here, tons of treasure chests. Completely possible to miss this area if you don't walk to the spot that the artifact was standing and hit A, which reveals the staircase and this hidden treasure trove. Although, to be honest, each chest is only worth 1,000 gold. So it's a treasure you could miss, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. But there's something else down here, too. Something else a little special. And there goes our barrier, so I cast it again. Only 5 MP, and like I said, it lasts quite a while. The real treat down here... And, oh, that time, the second time it didn't last very long at all. It's the second time that 30, 40 steps and it's gone. The Pot of Faith. You give it 5,000 gold. And I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I'm like, I'll try it. Experience gained will be multiplied by 2 for a short amount of time. And then you can pay 10k to get an additional bonus, which I end up passing on because I don't have the money. And I have no idea how long that double experience benefit lasts. I might still have it now. I'm not sure. No idea. But it's cool. It'll help you level up a little bit. And now we can go anywhere we want. And you can see there's a cave here. Foolishly, I'm like, well, you know, I'm probably doing okay. My team's like half dead from the poison. I'm like, it's no big deal. I keep this battle in just to show how strong these enemies are. Here I'm like, should I try to run? Once you get into a fight like this where you're super against the ropes, trying to run is usually a mistake because you waste 2 or 3 turns trying to run before you get a success and everybody's dead. But I do manage to run away, and I'm like, I'll try going a little farther. And then I'm like, wait a sec, I'm an idiot. And sure enough, another death. And you hit the A button, you're back in town. Huzzah! But still, terrible. A lot of deaths. And this is actually the first time we've been here, I guess. I didn't notice, well, not the first time, but it's the first time that guy's been there. Maybe I just didn't notice him before, the little jar guy. Which gets me thinking. It gets me thinking that actually I'm here at night. Which, the game was pretty bright, but everybody was sleeping. I was there at night. I had forgotten that towns have different events, I guess you'd say, at night. Which kind of gets me thinking about going back tonight. Because that guy is standing there going, well, what is it? Not letting you into his house. Maybe at night he's gone. But, of course, I get doing something else. Speed it up here a ton because we go into the castle to drop off some jar goblins. And sure enough, the next door opens and we get the angel staff. Another brand new staff. We had just picked up like our first upgrade, the whirlwind staff. Immediately get another one. The healing staff, which I never use because it's so weak. Then we get the angel staff. So just staff after staff after staff. The shaman getting himself hooked up with some new equipment. This is another choice. You can't take them both. But we're a long way from 35 of these little scrubs. We're 10 away. So don't expect that anytime soon. Don't expect that anytime soon at all. Now for some reason, and I have no idea why I do this, I decided to like wander around a bit. See if there's anything I missed. The door is still locked, which is a shame. It would be nice if that door suddenly opened up. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And this door is still locked too. So at this point, we've got the poison walking ability. We've got the drill. No idea what to do with the drill. No idea how to help that poor woman whose child was ripped immediately after birth, taken from her by these human trafficking scumbags. Absolute scoundrels. Which, by the way, that's the character model, the scoundrel model. So, here we go. No idea where to go at this point, but I figure we should probably stock up on some healing water, because our healing spell is crap tier. Absolute trash. So, stocked up, ready to go. New town still here. And this town has stuff in it. I can feel it. This town has got secrets. You know, you've got the woman with the child. You've got this scoundrel who's what-ising it the whole way. Supposedly a hidden staircase somewhere to let you get into that hideout. Not sure where it is, but as you can see here, as I mentioned earlier, we switch it over to nighttime. And sure enough, there's another one of those guys. He's gone. He's sleeping. He's not gone, but he's sleeping. We're in his house now, and there's still nothing here. My brilliant plan. And so I'm telling, there's gotta be stairs somewhere. Where are they? And she's like, the kidnappers had us to the north. They have hidden tunnels for emergencies, but I don't know where the entrances are. They've gotta be somewhere. You know, I'm thinking like they gotta be in the village somewhere. But I'm slamming on that A button left, right, and center. And I can't find anything hidden here. Nothing. Not a thing. This lake looks suspicious. These flowers look suspicious. This guy is still very suspicious. Not letting us in his house the whole time, but then all of a sudden we can get in there. I don't know. That's going to be something we're going to have to look into in the future. I switch it over to daytime here before we go journeying on, because there might be stronger enemies at night. I don't want to risk it. With our newfound magic, we cross this poisonous path without a problem. And over here on the other side of the poison, new enemies. But as you can see, we're able to take them down pretty quick. So I think this is the way to go. You know, you're never really sure. But if the enemies are, you know, relatively weak, it's kind of a good hint that you're going in the right direction. More skeletons, by the way. And I keep these ones in too, just so you can see the new enemy models. We hadn't been seeing any new models in a while. Just a lot of reskins. So it's kind of nice to see some new art. Just follow the bridges, follow the path. Keep our HP up. More bridges, more paths. You can see there's a lot of branching paths here. A lot of ways to go. And every single continent brings a new enemy type we haven't seen yet. So that's cool. Lots of experience. I'm not sure if we're still getting double experience from our time with the Jar of Fate, which is, you know, an interesting grinding element. 5,000 gold, double experience for who knows how long. Switch it back to daytime because it's starting to get dark. A little hut over here. We find this strange man. We, of course, rob him blind, as is tradition. Taking his elixir of wisdom. He is studying crabs. He says they have a language, and for just 3,000 gold, we can buy the book. And so, of course, I think that's got to be a key item. Let's buy the crab talking book. Maybe I can talk to some crabs. So, that's it. That's an odd guy. Who knows if that's going to be a cool item that we're going to need or not. Just kind of exploring the area. Another bridge to another continent. And sure enough, sand crabs. But we don't get to talk to these guys. They go right into full-on attack mode. Their attacks are weak. We wipe the floor with them. And we have another Temple of Time. When there is light, there must also be dark. The artifacts exist, so the poison exists as well. They are linked forever. To truly rid the world of the plague, you must not rely on the artifacts. To oppose the poison, the people created the sword. It would rely on their own effort, their own strength. So the sword, all caps, the sword, patent pending, trademark, copyright, is not an artifact. So you kind of get a feeling that the sword is like a powerful, super powerful beat back the poison artifact. Turns out the sword is actually a human creation. And I think the sword is here, under that door. I think that door is where the sword is hiding. I don't know, I'm just speculating. I'm just shooting, you know, or shot in the wind. I've played some JRPGs in the past. I think you need the key of time to get the sword. And I think the sword has got to be in that temple. It's got to be right there, under that last door. Kind of a weird place to hide a chest is under a door. But if you think about it, you need a key to open the door, and then the chests, they just open up. So here we found another new area where we are immediately assaulted by the most annoying enemies. The vagina trees. Terrible because they poison everybody. No, not that difficult. We're running low on MP. We don't have a lot of antidotes. Or cleansing elixir, as it's known. Take some cleansing elixir. But the enemies here aren't too tough. Compared to our level, anyway. Lots of experience. So I think this is probably where we want to be. Take a berry. 30 damage. Poisoned. Can't handle the berries without gloves. So, clearly I've missed an event that gives us berry picking gloves. But we're already here. I figure we might as well kind of just bounce around a little bit and pick up some treasure, especially if this is a higher level area. The great thing about an open world RPG is that if you jump yourself into a higher level area, you can reap the rewards of higher level items. And in a game like this, items don't have equipment levels. Like, you don't have to be level 20 to put on the sword or level 15 to equip the plate mail. A level 1 character can wear the items and use them just as effectively as a level 20 or 30 character. So I decided to go for a little exploration in the opposite direction of that poisonous berry tree, thinking that perhaps we will get something good. For those of you new to the JRPG exploration, that's what you do. You explore the dungeons. There's another heal staff. Kind of makes the other one I got feel a little less valuable, knowing that there's actually two. Kind of sucks, but whatever. That's life. That's life. And finally, we reach the end point. Pick up the pesky jar goblin, hit the wrong button, and then the gates of hell. Your allies shall not fall with him at your side. The gates of hell. Just think about that. You know, like, what's the revive magic called in Final Fantasy? Life? Life 2, Life 3? Here it's gates of hell. Brings a downed ally back to his feet. So it's a revive spell. It was super useful. I end up giving it to the healer, who never has any MP. But in a battle, I'm probably going to want the mage to keep being the DPS and the healer man to drop the heals. I noticed I forgot to switch him back to the second slot, so he took a beating there. Anyway, at this point I should say, we've collected a super useful magic. I think we're finished with this dungeon for the time being. Until we can find where we get the gloves to pick the berries. Who knows what the berries do? It's probably part of some quest chain I haven't actually triggered yet. That's kind of one of the downsides of an open world RPG, is you can find yourself in these situations. By the way, apologies / seizure warning. A little late, unfortunately, but when you're poisoned, the screen flickers. Just to let you know you're poisoned. Every step you take, every move you make, the screen is flickering at you. Ran out of antidotes. Time to leave. So I think at this point, it's a good spot to kind of cut it. Because we've achieved a lot here. Explored some new areas. We have an understanding of what the sword is and why it's important. Rest up. Rest up, my heroes. Recover. Feel free to like the video if this is something you're interested in. Feel free to subscribe for more videos in this series and other series moving forward. And feel free to check out my Patreon page if that's something you're interested in. Until next time, friends. Take care. Have a good one. And do me a favor, would ya? Do me a little favor. Stay classy. And I'll see ya next time.